Well, it's it's Mother's Day weekend, and I am going to clean my mom's stuff, clean her saddle and a breast collar. She's been making a bit of a grocery list for me of things she wants to have cleaned, so I'm gonna do that. I think it's just a nice gesture, so if you're looking for an idea for Mother's Day or just to treat your mom, if she's a rider as well, clean her saddle. It'll go a long way. And maybe do my stuff later if I feel like it, so let's get cleaning. Sasha, go away. Okay, so saddle time. What I'm gonna focus on is mostly the leather, not gonna do so much of the suede. We'll make a video about re-sueding a saddle. I've done it a couple times and it worked pretty good. I use like a wire brush, sandpaper, but you don't really want to do it a whole lot because it does thin out the leather a little. So I'm just gonna go over some of like the more like leather that gets used a lot and just reshine it, clean it, and make it look nice and brand new. I'll use this, which is just a basic leather cleaner. How you use it is just kind of use a wet cloth, spray it on the cloth and wipe it down and let it dry, and then from there we're going to use neat's foot oil and we will make it nice and soft, supple leather, which is my favorite. And this saddle is pretty dark. If you have a lighter type of saddle, like the leather's lighter, and you're concerned about staining it and you don't really want to get it super dark, be careful with the neat's foot because it has a tendency to stain saddles and make them darker, where I'm not too concerned about this because it's already pretty dark. And also I kind of like the look of a darker leather anyways, and I know when I use neat's foot it's pretty much like I think the best product for getting really soft leather. So that is what I am going to do today to this saddle. So once you have everything out of the way, step one is to use any sort of cloth. Have a bucket of warm water, and with that I'm just gonna rinse it out, spray the leather cleaner on it, and go to town. Also, you can use an old toothbrush to get in the cracks and little small areas. Put the cleaner on the toothbrush and brush all in here, get under here, all the dust and everything. We want to get in the grooves because that's what's gonna make it look the nicest and actually clean it really well, is if we actually get the dirt out of it, and then when we leather conditioner it, it's gonna be super easy and you're just gonna apply it and you're not gonna have to worry about trying to get the dirt out. So it's really important, like when you're cleaning something, like clean it well and clean it right so that when you go to conditioning it is way easier. Side note, wearing my new Weekend Hustle hat. Super pumped about it. Got about one order done, so if you're interested in a Weekend Hustle hat, these are awesome. They're the same brand that Ariat uses for their hats, so I'm in love with it. Super comfortable, and giving it the test run to see how long I can wear it. I rode in it yesterday all day. It was comfortable, didn't bother my head at all, no headache. It was just awesome hat. So if you want one, check it out. Okay, so once I'm done cleaning it, it's all the cracks and everything are completely cleaned, it's dry, then I will go ahead and use the neat's foot oil. When I apply neat's foot oil, I think the more the better, and what I use is I use just a normal toothbrush. I dunk it in the neat's foot oil, spread it on, use a sponge to just distribute it, and I like using sponges because instead of a cloth, the sponge really, like, you're able to get a lot more out of it, so you're not wasting as much, where a cloth just kind of absorbs all the neat's foot oil and you have to use a lot till you're able to apply it like nicely. So I like to use a sponge just because I'm able to get the most out of it. I soak neat's foot oil up in this and it goes a long way with using a sponge. So these two are the tools that I use to apply neat's foot oil. Also, what I'd suggest with this before you get anything on it is to, if there's any spots that are just dusty, use this to just kind of try and de-dust it. Get it back to its original condition, get all the dust out, and try and make it as clean as possible for mom. Happy Mother's Day. Okay, now with the neat's foot oil, literally just dunk it in. Oh, that might be a lot. Like I said, the more the better. So dunk it in. The toothbrush has lots of neat's foot oil in it. And what we're gonna do is just start scrubbing it around. Try and get in all the areas, all the cracks, And this is how you're really gonna get the best look after, is when you get it in actually all the grooves. And then with the extra, I just kind of use the sponge and spread it around. There you have the final product. So it's a bit of a process, but do the whole saddle, do the fenders of the stirrups, take the whole stirrup apart. Really, especially that area, really love your saddle and treat it well. Okay, so that was a pretty basic, just cleaning 101, cleaning your tack and especially saddles. Do the same thing for all your other leather and your stuff will thank you. And this is kind of also a video I've done as part of my pre-season prep. Obviously it's a bit more into the season, but it's a lot of the things that we can do away from riding that just helps us get us prepared for our season coming up. And I'm a firm believer in how you present yourself and how you look really determines how you're gonna feel in a competition. And I like to be really proud of my stuff. I like to be proud of my horses as well and myself. So I really am about presentation, and I think it goes a long way, even subconsciously without us really realizing how we show up. We really need to show up to perform our best by, I think, looking our best. And not to be shallow, but I definitely feel better when I have clean stuff and am able to kind of be proud be proud of everything. So I hope you like this video. I hope you get your saddle cleaned, or clean your mom's saddle for Mother's Day, or just anyone's saddle if you want to be a nice person and do a good gesture. Definitely recommend probably once a year, give everything a good overhaul, make sure all your conchos are attached, your leather isn't getting worn. We don't want anyone to break saddles and like fall off because of their leather on their saddle broke. So definitely check all the all your nylon, check your latigo, your cinches, make sure everything's in working order. Sounds like a horse is hungry, so I'm gonna go. But again, thank you for watching. If you like this, you want more videos like this, please subscribe, give me a comment of your feedback. Always open to hear new things. Again, the hat, the Weekend Hustle hat, super happy and excited about. It's been so comfortable. So if you'd like to check those out and maybe order one and support the Weekend Hustle brand and everything we stand for, that would be so much appreciated. And we'll talk later.